Good evening, everyone. Welcome to another live episode of Coach Connect Who of the Hour. Today, we are blessed to have with us a fellow change agent, a certified life coach for over a year. She is a chemical engineer by profession, engaged in sales of industrial equipment. But tonight, she will be with me to unmask mental health. Many of you are very much interested about mental health. Many of you have seen the value of mental health, mental wellness, especially during this time of pandemic. But tonight, she's gonna give us a very beautiful way of unmasking mental health. We're gonna dive into her topic, and her topic is very beautiful. This is very authentic. She come out with this topic, and her topic is be self-curious for authentic growth. Before I call her on stage and before she introduces herself to you, it's beautiful that we dive into two words that's very beautiful in these discussions. Number one is curiosity. Okay? Curiosity will allow us to be not just mindful, but really to be in the present and see what is it that we need to improve. When you are curious, you dive into a particular thing, you dive into the situation, you dive in the moment and see what it is for me. Another thing is authentic. Okay? So she dived into saying authentic. A lot of people goes for growth, but the growth can be padded. The growth can be artificial. The growth can just be external. But here she talks about authentic growth. Be self-curious. It means you as a person and be authentic for your growth. So I'm not gonna dive into that in deeper, but I am one person who's so excited to hear it from her. We've never talked about her topic, but she is part of Coach A Coaching Club, and definitely she's so serious to move into a level of coaching into a level of business. Okay, she's been honing her skills and entrepreneurial skills, and tonight she will walk with us through her journey as a professional salesperson, now learning the skills, the mindsets, the principles needed to be an entrepreneur holding her own coaching business. Okay. She is also learning, and she's been nurturing, and she's been strengthening her coaching muscles. She's part also of our Coach A Coaching Upskill Blueprint Circle. Been learning, very faithful, very diligent, attending different classes of Master Coach A. So before I call her, just in case this is the first time that we're coming together, this is the first time that you're meeting me. I am Master Coach A. I'm a professional certified life coach. I am the global partner of the Global Institute for Coaches and Entrepreneurs. Our institute is based in Dallas, Texas, USA, and we are a bona fide institute for mental health. Recently, our institute have been conferred as a bona fide institute for mental health. And so mental health is really something that we have been pushing. We have been promoting as an institute. We have been doing this from the time that we have launched locally. So the institute has been in operations for 10 years. Our CEO, our founder is Master Coach Lakendra Smiley. She's in Texas right now. And she's been doing master classes, she's been doing certification classes, and this Saturday, August 22 and 29, I'm doing a certification class with her virtually. So this is the first time that we're doing it together. She just finished her certification class in the US. And this weekend, I'm doing it with her. So we have still slots available just in case you feel that this is the best time for you to join us. Be a change agent, be a professional certified life coach. If this is the time that you believe becoming a change agent, becoming a professional life coach is something that will augment, something that will complement, something that will nurture, something that will allow you to work on something that you have been wanting to work with. Okay, so right now, our guest is a chemical engineer by profession, by study. She's into sales, and you will see that life coaching help her life. Help her in her profession, help her in her career, and that's what you're gonna be hearing and witnessing tonight. So if you are one person who's thinking if this is the profession you want to dive in, if this is the profession that can help you in your mental health and wellness, please do share, tag a friend, Okay, share this link, tag a friend, and let other people be blessed by the testimony, by the sharing, by the insights of our guest tonight. If this is also the first time that you are joining us, Coach Connect is our initiative. It is our initiative to connect with our change agents, with our coaches in the tribe. We are a tribe of 280 certified life coaches, 281 including myself, 282 including Master Coach Lakenda. This is just locally, meaning these are the coaches we have certified here in the Philippines with 42 batches. And so during this time of pandemic, Coach Connect is our initiative to connect with them, uh, check what's happening with their life, how is life coaching helping them out, and how they are seeing all of this coming out. What is the outcome they're looking out in the future, in the next 90 days, in the next 120 days? This is our initiative to connect with real people. So we go out, and if you've been watching and you've been following Coach Connect, you will see that there is no specific format the way we are running this. Because, as I was sharing with Coach Sherry earlier, our guest for tonight, our objective for tonight is really to connect with them. Okay? It's just that in our conversations, you are being blessed because you are hearing a really real scenario. Because our objective as well is for you watching to know if you are a fellow life coach, if you are a fellow change agent, whether from our institute or outside the institute, is that you are not alone with your struggle. You are not alone with your challenges in life. You are not alone with those small things that bogs you down. But, okay, because you are not alone, and if you're feeling you're alone, simply because you are not reaching out for help. And so we want you to know that you are not alone, you are not an isolated case, and our tribe exists. So let me take this invitation. Okay, I might dive in with Coach Cherry and I might forget. Okay, if you are watching and you have been certified from other institutes. So we've got followers from Coach A coaching community. If you have been certified by other institute and you feel you need help, you need support of a community, you need an somebody to lock arms with you, walk with you, help you build your own career, build your own coaching business, then our tribe is available to help you. Just get in touch with Coach Rizel, 0917-586-1661. Another thing that I'd like you to know, to take note, is that we continue to operate Decaf Coffee Republic as your coaching hub. It is the home of certified life coaches here in the Philippines, and we operate it 24 by 7. Unfortunately, because of the pandemic, we are compelled to close physically by 7 p.m. However, if you need help, if you need coaching service on demand, any time of the day, any time of any day of the week, please get in touch with the same number, 0917-586-1661, and definitely we will be with you. We will be connecting with you, and a certified life coach will be connecting with you immediately. So you don't have to wait until the following day. It's going to be an official working hours. We serve 24 by 7. Don't even worry about finances. Don't even worry about payment. We offer complimentary coaching service, especially during this time of pandemic. So another thing that we do right now is we do mental health and wellness workshop, and I'm doing the introduction free of charge. Is a pay forward from the institute, being a bona fide institute for mental health. So if you are one organizations and you want to start a mental health and wellness program in your organizations, just get in touch with us. Check out Life Coach Philippines, check out Coach A, and also Coach A coaching community for all other details that you may want to dive in right now in coaching. Also, if you want more learning opportunities from me, I have a YouTube channel, Coach A, and also Coach I Connect. There's a lot of information that you can take from there, and definitely you are not alone in this journey. All right, so let me call in. Okay, I'm starting to see a lot of coaches right now. Coaches in the house, thank you so much for supporting Coach Sherry Minas. You're gonna be on a treat tonight. Gonna be a beautiful topic. It's gonna be a beautiful conversation. So keep your questions coming in. Tag your friend, your bestie. Okay, this is Master Coach Lakana would always say, tag your bestie, people you know we will be able to bless tonight. And so, drum roll, okay? Let's do some show figures, okay, for Coach Cherry Minas. Coach Cherry, introduce yourself. Hello there.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining us. So, thank you for that elaborate introduction, Coach Master Coach A. I have a lot to live up to.
Okay, definitely.
Anyway,
Coach,
so yeah.
introduce tell us something that I have not spoken about. Okay, what's so different from for Coach Cherry? I mean, people have not really heard so much of you, although you're doing your live in your page.
Mhm.
You've been talking about a couple of things in there about self-expression, about emotions, about health, about pain. You've been talking about of that, Coach Cherry. Tell something the viewers, your fellow life coaches right now, don't know about you.
Okay, so this will be secret revealed.
Yeah,
So
unfold.
anyway, yeah, unfolding the secret, opening the Pandora's box.
Yes, go
Anyway,
ahead, Coach.
I would like to tell you a story a little like I have a story from childhood, but a little bit from I'm going to dive in more into my profession because it is where I know I grew up,
Yeah,
asking questions because our topic today is self curiosity,
curiosity.
and that's how I started. Yes. So at 23 years old, so I graduated chemical engineering. I passed the board, and then I applied for jobs. And it's
Mm-hmm.
funny because a lot of us, me and my friends, would look for jobs that pay high.
Yeah, that's
I
right.
mean, high paying jobs. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I even have a friend who applied for the whole year until
Mm-hmm.
he found the one that will give him the money that he wants. That's how like
Okay.
we see it.
Okay,
And
good.
yeah, it's like it's money, it's not value. So
Mm-hmm.
that's one of the things that I found because in our community we always say value first, even
Correct.
when you are showing yourself as a new coach. Value first, give me value before I go to your store and buy something. Don't tell
Yeah.
me to buy something without you showing
Value.
what I can get from, yes, from your product. And that's what happened to me at 23 years old. I was like, what is my passion?
Mm-hmm.
And I thought, because I thought passion is magaling magsayaw. you know,
Okay.
uh, yeah. So something that can be paid
Hi.
expensively. Yeah,
Oh,
high.
okay.
So
Okay.
that's what I thought. That's what talent is about. So I
Okay.
thought that only few people will be
Make
earning
it.
money because they have that talent. Yes.
Okay.
So and yeah, you know that those beliefs will be changed after 10 years. So yeah, that's my journey. What is my passion? What do I do? So I went into my job, and the good thing about my job is because it's sales, I traveled a lot. And then I was
Mm-hmm.
assigned in Mindanao. So I have
Okay.
I was the leader of my own. My boss cannot see me, so I just produce, I sell, and then I report, okay, boss, this is my sales. And they're happy because I made some
Money.
sales, high sales.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I
Mm.
made money for the company. So
So you're
I was
good.
happy as well because, yes, I was happy as well because I can travel. I was even given an opportunity by the company to go abroad for
Yeah.
trainings,
Mm-hmm.
and yeah, that was free, so it's good. And then um I was like excited to go other places, and so I sold more equipment, laboratory equipment, in
Just to
order for
travel.
me
Yeah.
to fund,
Go.
yeah,
Well,
to
yeah,
fund my
that's good.
travels. And yeah, and before I thought, because people in the past, I don't know now, but like I know that in the past, people would actually define success as you having a house, you having millions in the bank.
Yeah.
And
Good.
I did not have that. Like, I have batchmates, classmates who had their houses already. They have their own condos. But me, I
Yeah.
don't have. I just have experiences. I just traveled. I went to New Zealand. I went to Australia. That's it. And I
You
don't
want
have a house.
experience.
I don't own
You
a
want
house.
experience,
Yeah,
coach.
yeah. So for me, it's different. And I would always say that, um, okay. But like I isolate myself. I don't tell stories. I just know that, okay, this is what I do. And if they ask me, do you have a house? I don't have a house, but it's okay. So that's it. And like after I think 5 years,
Mm-hmm.
it got to me again. The thing that, what am I doing? It's like
Okay.
I'm feeling that in this company, I'm earning money. Yes, I'm earning
Okay.
money to fund my travels. But then I'm finding myself, I don't know if everybody goes through this stage of life. It's like they say the midlife crisis, but it's like you ask yourself,
All in.
is this my path? Yeah.
All in.
Yeah,
Oh,
is
is
this
this
my
all I
path?
can have?
Mm-mm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And that was my question. So even if I was earning a lot, I just fine because I was also exhausted, and it's like the signs are there. The signs
Yeah.
of there was no growth. I was not feeling the support of my boss, my colleagues.
Yeah.
I felt alone.
Okay.
And then I just submitted my resignation paper, and like I was not ready. I don't know what to do. I just wanna, leave and go somewhere, maybe have a retreat.
Okay.
And yeah, I just yeah, that's what I felt. That was in 2017. And I have
Okay.
a friend who also had the same feeling. And we actually talked that we're going to Vietnam, China, or Thailand to teach English. But
Yeah.
before me leaving the Philippines, I wanted to be ready because what if we don't find jobs? We don't land a job, and then we come back to the Philippines, and we're I stay. Where will I get the
Yeah.
money?
Yes.
And so what I did is I prepare. Like I thought I'm going to be prepared. So I invested in businesses that I did not check if they are legit. I was scammed
Okay.
actually. Yeah, and I lost money. I was into uh during that stage I was in the FOMO and the uh what is FOMO again? the and the SOS, shiny object
Object
syndrome.
syndrome.
And
Yeah.
first, and then what's FOMO again? First, um yeah, but when you just you just want it, even if you're not
Ready.
you have not actually researched. Yes. And then those businesses, I do not even know if it's to my values,
Okay.
because I
FOMO.
was not
Do you
thinking of
mean?
values before.
Oh, coach. Do you mean FOMO is fear of missing out? Fear of not making it.
Yes,
Is
that's
that the
correct.
FOMO? Okay. Sige. Okay.
Yes,
Go.
this fear of missing out. So, actually, I remember in 2017, it's about
Mm-hmm.
Bitcoin. If you know Bitcoin, so
Yes.
like
Yes.
the
Yes.
price of Bitcoin is shooting up. So it's December. It's 1 million pesos per one Bitcoin. So I was
Okay.
like, oh, why are my friends are getting money from this? So let's give money and let them, manage our money.
Oh.
So that thing, because I wanted to be prepared. And
Okay.
then I did not get that. I got scammed actually. And
Mm-hmm.
then so sad, right? So the plan did not push through. And then come February 2018, so I thought I had all things
Prepared.
planned in my life. Yes. Come February 2018, I found out that I was pregnant. Kidding?
Dadan.
And so yeah, during that time, during my first months, I felt depressed because it's not what I wanted. It's not that
Okay.
I did not want the baby, but it's like unplanned. It's
Okay.
it's unplanned, yeah. Because
Yeah.
for me, you have to plan for that. I was already 29 years old.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was 30 actually. I was 30. So that's why I even asked before, what is the best age to get married,
Married.
right? So
Yeah.
when you get married at 25, when you're 35, they're already 10 years old, so you can leave. But for me, no, because I still have to take care of the baby. But what I found out is it's a journey. We have different journeys, so we have different times for and reaping, so things like that. And then while I was pregnant, I found life coaching because
Mm-hmm.
I was always in a search for something that will make me grow.
Yeah.
that void was not still filled. What am I gonna
Mm-hmm.
do? Is this the life that I want?
Yeah.
So things like that. And then it just popped out in my Facebook account and in my wall about life coaching, the decap. And then first I attended Life Coaching 101 by the couple coaches, Coach Teen and Coach Sean.
Yeah, they're watching
That's my
now.
first, yeah,
That's your
hello
first. Yeah,
coaches.
hello, coaches.
Yeah,
Okay.
that was my first time going to decap. I was pregnant then. So yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I continued, and then it doesn't mean that I was healed, I was okay, but still, I fought for it.
Yeah.
It's ups and downs. I always know in my gut that there is something bigger for me, that
Mm-hmm.
I have to do something for myself, for my family, and for others.
Correct.
So yeah, that's my short history before I met life coaching.
Okay, so Coach Sherry, you are one person who normally would think that it's just a midlife crisis simply because, or it's not actually midlife crisis, but
Yeah, I was
you
30.
reach, yeah, you were 30, but you reach to a point where you say, "Is this all I have in life?" Okay, when everything is working, everything seems to be okay. You started to ask,
Mhm.
"Is this all I have in life?" And if you are watching and if you are connecting, please comment in there connecting, or maybe you share the same story. You can share with us your story because it's an opportunity for you uh, to release, okay, those stories that you think you're alone and nobody can connect. Okay, many people would say it's a crisis. Okay, many people would say, crisis, it's because everything seems to be working and yet you are feeling the void. That's what you're saying, Coach Sherry. But if we
Yes.
just look closer, these are the times when we believe that indeed there is more to money. And I want to pick up what you
Mhm.
said earlier, where you thought, okay, they have their houses, they have their all the luxuries, but I don't have it. But I'm able to travel, and I'm not really sure if that's gonna be part of your discussion tonight. What you're gonna be
Presentation.
sharing with
Uh-huh.
us, but I think, Coach Sherry, number one, you got a home. You may not have a house owned by you with your name, but you got a home, and your home have been expanding in different places. And right now, if you can count the people you met in your journey, that's too much. You've got a home and you've got extended families all over. Okay, you've got to travel where not a lot of people are able to travel. So I believe you have not reached a point where you said, okay, uh, I want more, and it's normal. So many people would say, when they
Mhm.
say I want more, they pick it up like a crisis. And if you're watching, it's not a crisis. Why? Because people grow, and the more we get in life, the more we want to have, simply because we know as we have more, we have something to give. We don't normally stop
Yeah.
giving. Yeah, right? We don't normally stop giving. And that curiosity, that's why I'm very, very excited with your topic, is because people would not want to accept that I am just being curious what I can achieve more. How can I be more?
Mhm, mhm.
How can I, like,
Yeah.
we have a couple of discussions in the past being part of the club. You talk about your childhood, you talk about you being as a student and all of those things. But you see, you did not stop. You did not stop. And I guess until today, Coach Sherry, you have not stopped. Okay, you've been
Yeah.
attending, and I remember there's part of the story that you've been attending a lot of seminars, you've been attending, and at a certain point in time, we think that all of these things are lost, right? We think that these things
Yeah.
are not, uh, there's nothing in it, because I've been attending seminars and look at me, I'm still here. Okay, let me just say this to everyone. If you are one person who's been attending seminars, workshops, like Coach Sherry, if you have been feeding yourself with a lot of new learnings, if you have been acquiring a lot of investment for yourself, okay? I would say acquiring, because some of you have got a book and you have not read it all these years, right? Nandun pa rin sa bookshelves natin. Okay, meron din po akong ganyan, okay? Or sometimes we bought a training program, we have not finished it. Okay, statistically, globally, a person, there's only 3 to 6% of people in the world. Okay, if you launch a program, only 3 to 6% will be able to finish it. That's why in Coach A Coaching Club, we celebrate because we have a turn rate of 82% for the last 3 months. So we're able to maintain our students at 82%. Okay, so show of hands if you're there. Okay, it's beautiful. Now, what I wanted you to understand right now is that all those things that you have learned in the past, okay, is not waste. I learned this, Coach Sherry, that all the things that we've learned in the past that we thought we were not able to use or take action, it was just waiting for an opportune time for us to be able to kick. It's just waiting for that propelling, something to propel that finally boom. And then
Mhm.
when you start using it, you realize that's your baby. Hello, baby. Okay, missing the
Yeah.
mom. Yeah. So you realize that this is where you can take off, right? Like exactly what you're doing right now. So, Coach Sherry, I'm so excited. Can you start preparing your press mat right now? Okay, for all of you watching, for all of you say your hello and your support to Coach Sherry, just keep it coming. Coach Sherry, normally our guests would respond to you after the show. Okay, this is just 1 hour. So right after we went offline, the guest will reply to your messages and to your inquiry. But if we have time, we'll respond to you. But what we wanted to do is during the conversation of 1 hour is to get most from us because this is just 1 hour. Okay? Go, Sherry.
Yes. Ready.
All right. There you go.
Okay, so
Mm.
can you see my screen?
Yes,
Just
yes. You're
checking.
good.
Yes.
You're good,
Thank
coach.
you. And jumping from what Master Coach is said that I call myself seminarista. So I go to a lot of seminars. So from 2017, I started in 2017 to be self-curious
Yes.
because yeah, I started with actually journaling, and for tonight I'm going to share how I do that.
Mm, good.
I did not discover it overnight. It was actually a mix of different books, authors, and speakers.
Mm-hmm.
I got from this one, I got from Master Coach A, and a lot
You put it
of
together.
different, yeah, and I put it together, and that's why I came up with this. So yeah, how to be self-curious, it says here, and you can see a lady looking at her face. She's actually smiling, so I think it's good, and
Mm-hmm.
looking at her image in the mirror. So sometimes, or a lot of times, we look at ourselves and we look at the outside.
Mm-hmm.
What we're diving in now is what about the inside?
Correct. That's
Yeah,
good.
what about the inside? So let's start. These are just the things that work for me. Get what works for you. And I always say that, Master Coach A, not all, but I have like a disclaimer in my talks that
Mm-hmm.
this is what I learned, this is what worked for me, and then yeah, it doesn't mean that this is the absolute truth. It's up to you
Yeah.
to apply it, yeah, and find out for yourself what works for you. So yeah,
Yeah, you can
now
pick
let's
it up
start.
whatever. Yeah, you can pick it up what will possibly work with you. You can try it, give it a try. And if works with
Uh-huh.
you, then good. If not, you can make a little adjustments. And
Yes,
maybe
speaking.
we can take from the lesson Coach Sherry said that she put it all together from different learnings. Okay, dahil nga seminarista to si Coach Sherry. And maybe another opportunity is for you to get in touch with Coach Sherry. All right. Maybe if you're thinking
Yeah.
something, okay, and you wanna try, and you don't want to waste your time, okay. This is one thing I learned, okay, that if you want to save time, make use of your time, and there are ideas that you want to, to validate, and there's a lot of it. Maybe you can eliminate some of them by asking people who's been there. Okay, they say
Yes.
that the best teacher would be your experience. It may not be your experience. So Coach Sherry is gonna be sharing a couple of things right now, and if you think you are in a similar journey, very similar journey, you want to check out with her, get in touch with Coach Sherry. All right, Coach Sherry.
Okay, thank you. So, to be self-curious, for me, I start with emotions. Why emotions?
Yeah.
Because I think it's the first thing. It's it's what you feel, right? And
Yeah,
people would
yeah.
ask you, "How are you? Kumusta
Mm-hmm.
ka?" And you just say,
Mm-hmm.
"Okay." What
I'm
is
good.
okay? It's, yeah, it's like when you hear okay, Even if you say I'm good, okay, to what extent? So
Mm-hmm.
things like that. So that's why I started with emotion. So in this slide, you can see the positive side of emotion and the negative emotions. And then, what will you do with your emotions, right?
Mm-hmm.
If you feel something, you should name that emotion
Correct.
here. So, what emotions am I feeling right now? So, if something happened, so what emotions are you feeling right now? Are you happy?
Mm-hmm.
These are just the basic emotions, but yeah, we can
There's
start from
more, of
here.
course. Yeah,
Yeah,
there's
yeah.
more.
Are you sad? Are
Mm-hmm.
you fearful? Are you disgusted? Are you angry? Are you surprised?
Yeah,
And
that one's
then
good.
what? Yeah, and the next one, after naming your emotion, after checking with yourself, what am I feeling? Am I
Correct.
angry? Am I excited? Am I full?
Yeah.
And then check with the sensation you feel.
Mm.
So examples here are sweaty palms. If you're angry, are
Yeah.
you, I think
You
I'm
get
not
experience.
I don't have
Mhm.
sweaty palms when I'm angry. Maybe when I'm nervous.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or but some people would maybe experience that when they're angry. Some would
Mm-hmm.
even cry. So hot head, and then
That's
something in the
right.
belly. So um this for me, I notice the sensation when like so much of the sensation when like I'm angry, I think, because my head aches.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And then when, let's say, when you're nervous, when you're going to present, and there are butterflies in the stomach.
Yeah.
I even have a classmate before who was not able to present during our final research presentation because she needed to go to the bathroom. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
those things. So these are the things that you should notice.
Yeah.
What do you feel when you're angry? Other
Yes.
people cry.
Okay.
And what do you feel when you're fearful? Because sometimes being fearful and being excited, they have the same sensation. So what is that
Correct.
really? Is it fearful or is it excited? So yeah,
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
must have you should notice that. And then my next slide is an invitation for you to permit
Meet.
yourself, allow
Allow.
yourself,
Galing,
yes,
galing.
and let yourself feel the emotion.
Mm-hmm.
Because for me in the past, when I'm angry, I don't want to be angry, or I want this feeling to be gone. When you
Yeah.
want to present, when you want to present and you're nervous, you startle, and then
Yeah.
pangit na tuloy yung presentation mo. So,
Yeah.
sana hindi na ako makabahan. We say that, right? At least
Yep.
for me, I say that before. Like, ayokong
Mm-hmm.
kabahan. I don't want to be angry because for me, it doesn't look good. But
Yeah.
it should not be, right? Because these are emotions. So, why am I inviting you to permit, allow yourself, and let yourself feel this? Because
Yeah.
these are part of life. This is part of being human.
Yes.
And I always seek this. I'm not. I mean, I'm an amateur in the Bible, and I don't know what verse is this, but I remember in the Bible Jesus got angry in
Mm-hmm.
the temple when they were selling inside the temple. I think
Yes.
he
That's
got
very yeah.
angry. So
Yes.
I said, oh, so Jesus got angry. But when I was growing up, my parents told me not to be angry because
Mm-hmm.
when you get angry, Jesus will get angry, will get mad. So
Okay.
how is that? So it's like I don't know now what to do. So when
Okay.
I grew up and then I matured, I became a life coach. I found out that it's okay to feel those things. It's
Mm-hmm.
okay to
Mm-hmm.
permit yourself, allow yourself, and let yourself feel those emotions because they
Mm-hmm.
are just part of being a person, if being
Yeah.
human.
That's right.
So yeah. And
Okay.
then my next one is. Yes, coach?
Coach Terry, I'm doing you a favor, okay? For those of you who's watching right now, okay, you can find it. Sabi ni Coach Terry, di daw siya amateur daw siya. You know, Coach Terry, okay lang yon as long as you remember, di ba? But that's you
Yeah,
can
yeah.
find it in Matthew 21 verses 12 to 13 or Mark 11 15 to
Mm-hmm.
18. Meron po talagang story. That's the story when Jesus entered the temple courts and he drove out all yung mga nagbebenta doon
Yung
sa
mga dogs,
temple.
oo.
Oo, ang sabi po ni Jesus, hindi po, Coach Sherry, it's okay to be angry. Just
Uh-huh.
so you don't sin when you become angry.
Yeah, yeah,
Kasi
yeah.
lahat po ng emotion may purpose. So, kung ikaw po ay
Yes.
sinasaktan, if you are being hurt, if you're being, you know, you're being aggrieved, if something is being done to you that is not right, then it's okay
Mm-hmm.
for you angry. But Jesus said, do not sin. Okay? So,
Okay.
kaya yan, Coach Sherry. Go ahead.
Yes, coach. We'll go to that later sa actions. Okay, so with that, sabi niya dito, you can choose to react or respond. So,
Good.
react and respond is a big uh, thing and words that we use also as life coaches.
That's
Kasi,
right.
if there's something, do you react or respond? So, I'm just going to give a short example. When you react,
Mm-hmm.
when you're a parent and your child throws tantrums, and
Mm-hmm.
then when you react is you do this, you get angry, and then
Yes.
the child gets upset.
Mm-hmm.
You may even slap. Some would even slap their kids.
Yeah.
So everybody's upset now. That's when you react to the to the
Situation.
event. Yes, to the
Yeah.
situation. But when you
Okay.
respond, yes, you get angry, but you hold yourself together and think that maybe the child is feeling something. That's
Mm-hmm.
why she or he is throwing a tantrum. And then
Yeah,
from
that's
there,
right.
you think better. So that's how you respond. And yeah, that's for it. And the next question that you should ask to yourself is, why am I feeling this emotion? And
That's
then here you see
right.
the heart of symbolizing emotion and the brain.
Mm-hmm.
Why am I feeling this emotion? And then you dive into your thoughts. So yeah, these pictures I found in Google. Okay,
Yeah.
so according to study, an average person will have 12,000 to 60,000 thoughts in a day. OMG.
Yeah.
And I'm like imagining, thoughts are flying, going around in
All
your head.
over. Yeah, all over the
Yes, it's
place.
like, oh my G, my head is so busy. That's why I cannot focus.
Absolutely.
So yeah, things
Absolutely.
like that. So those are your thoughts. Because sorry, the thoughts are the reason to feel that emotion.
That's right. That's
That
right.
is why you check with your thoughts. Why am I feeling angry? So for example,
Yeah.
you passed by and you have a friend and you said hi. She did not say hi back. What do you feel?
Yes.
Maybe your feeling or your emotion depends on the thinking that you have. So maybe you would think that she's a snob.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So you may get angry, right?
That's
Or
right.
you may feel, or you may think that, or maybe she did not see me because I know that she has a blurred vision and
Yeah.
like me.
Or maybe she's thinking something that she's so
Yeah,
focused and she was not able
yes,
to
she's
see
in a deep
you.
thought. Yeah,
Yeah.
right? You can
Mm.
you can interpret or you can think two thoughts that will give you different emotions. That's why I
That's
said
right.
you should check with your emotions.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's good.
And there, what are your daily thoughts? As we have said, you have a lot of thoughts flying in
Thousands.
and out.
Yeah.
Yeah. So imagine 12,000 to 60,000. What are those?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Anong kakainin ko? You're sitting down, you're doing your project, and then you're thinking of what is my merienda? You just ate your lunch. Ano kay merienda ko ngayon? So
Mm.
things like that. What will I do? Blah blah blah. So here, you can see ideas, 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 big goals, big
That's
ideas,
right. That's right.
inspiration. And for this one, I'm inviting everyone. So actually, we have this in coaching, Coach A community, I think, where Coach A posted about journaling.
Yes,
So
yes. There's a lot of opportunities then for them to learn how to journal, coach.
yes, so I'm inviting you to check that out if you have not dived or have not tried journaling. So, some people would call it thought download, or
Mm-hmm.
some would say brain dump. You just write the
Yeah,
things that are in your head.
correct.
So yeah, because you have 12,000 and count if it's really 12,000.
Bawasan naman natin, no, coach?
Yeah, so yeah,
That's right.
yeah. So that my invitation here is just for you to notice what are your thoughts, because
Correct.
if you're not going to write it, if you have it in your head, then it's just in your head. But when you
Correct.
write it, you will notice, like, what am I thinking,
Correct.
what is this? So you are able to classify your thoughts, and then maybe do something about that thought. Why do you have that thought? So things like that. So and then yeah, very short about thoughts. So yeah, that's a short invitation for you to write your thoughts, and then
Yeah.
later on work with those things that you have in that paper. And we have a lot of topics also under life coaching,
Yeah.
and around where how we will process those thoughts
Thoughts.
that you have dumped into that paper. So yeah,
Yeah.
so let's go to the next one. That is, what do I do when I feel this emotion? As Master Coach is said a while back, um, taken from the Bible, that that is the emotion, and you seen what was that again, Coach?
Sin. Do not
And
sin. Just do not
do not
sin.
sin. Yes. And
Yeah.
so that is why we look at our action. So
Mm.
after you check with your emotion, because first thing nga is emotion yung mararamdaman mo. And it
Tama.
becomes so visible to you.
Yes,
And
that's
because you
right.
feel it. And then next you check your thoughts. And then
Yes.
you check your action.
Your
What
responses.
do
Yeah,
I
that's right.
Yes, your responses. What do I feel when
Mm-hmm.
I feel what do I do when I feel this emotion?
That's right.
So actions would be like this lady here. Do you yell when you get angry?
Yeah.
Or yeah, because what does yelling do to you and the person you're yelling at?
Yeah.
And maybe some would turn into vices. So what does that do to you? Some people would actually repress or suppress their emotions through vices.
Yeah.
I've encountered a lot of especially men, but
Yeah.
I'm not saying that it's just men, but especially men in my
Mm.
community, in the place where I grew up, where they go to vices because they cannot express their emotions.
That's right.
And one thing is you being passive, not talking. It's okay
Wall
not
up.
to, yeah, wall up. That's correct. It's okay to, to just close the door and like breathe in, breathe out, and feel your emotion. As I
Okay.
said, you let yourself experience the emotion, but it doesn't mean that for all the day and the week you don't talk to the person you're who agitated you or who triggered you,
Mm-hmm.
like this picture is showing. And also yeah, because we are looking at these negative emotions, but also notice what you do when you are I don't have any picture but
Okay.
notice what you do when you are happy, when you have positive emotions,
Okay.
because
Okay.
that can also help you side that can also help you to to feel positive emotion. So from
Mm-hmm.
coming from negative emotion, you go to the positive emotion and notice
That's
yourself
right.
what you do when you are happy. So
Okay.
yeah.
That's good. That's good.
Okay, and the next thing that you may ask yourself would be, how has it affected my life? You know, the
Okay.
actions that I did when I felt that emotion, when I thought that. So yeah, look at the consequences.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then, yeah, that was very short. And
Yeah.
then another one, actually, this was one of our topic
Mm-hmm.
at Coach A Coaching Club.
Yeah.
And this one, I want us to look at as well, words, because first I'm going to look at the outside. A lot of times, I don't know if it's natural, but a lot of times we say when we haven't seen our friends for a while, wang taba mo na. So things like that. And a
Yeah.
lot of people
Mm-mm.
are offended because um, they may not want what they have become. And we
Yeah.
just blurt out, wang taba mo na. And maybe we're not actually meaning to hurt that person,
That's right.
or yeah, we just blurt out, ang taba mo na, ang ano, ang laki na ng ano, and
Yeah.
like, ang laki na ng anak mo. So, yeah, of course, they will grow up. So, yeah. And from that, I would like us also to, yeah, because for me, just today, I was checking myself if, because we're used to the words that we say. And sometimes
Correct.
people laugh at the words that we say, but it is hurting other people. We
Yep.
may think it's humor, but are we hurting others? So that's why I said that we should check with our words. That's our outside, that our spoken words, and also check with our self narrative or self talk. So I
Correct.
have here some examples. So do you always say, I can't do it, or
Yeah.
hindi naman ako magaling sa math, so I will not
Okay.
do it because I'm not good in math. And I have
Uh-huh.
here some, yeah, some examples of healthy self-talk. I also found this in Google. So instead of us saying, I'm so dumb, ang bobo ko talaga, we may say, oops, I made a mistake, and that's okay. I made a mistake.
No. Yeah.
People, no one likes me. I used to say this, I think. No one likes me, who, and then
Para
I go to the
sa'yo.
corner. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you say, no one likes me. Hello. And then,
Love
yeah,
yourself.
yes, I'm a bad person. Instead of saying that, you'd say, ooh, I did something bad, because
Something
it
bad.
separates you
Yeah.
from the action,
Correct.
right? Because sometimes, this is another topic, but I'll just say this. When we get angry, isn't it that when we get angry to a child, they say that we explain it? Because
Mm-hmm.
sometimes they thought that they are the ones who are at fault, but we would want to explain that it's not them. We love them, but it's just the act, you know,
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
is
Needs to
not good.
improve.
That's why, yes. So, yeah, that's it. And next here is, I'll just read it. I'll give up. I'll never be able to do this. You say, this is really hard, but I'm going to keep trying. So I
Mm-hmm.
never
That's
get
good.
anything right. I haven't figured it out yet. I
Correct.
like this.
Correct.
Yet is like so empowering. When you say yet, not yet, but I'm getting there. I'm going to get there as long as I do my part, as long
Yeah.
as I
Moving.
learn. So, yes. And
Growing.
then, yes. And instead of you saying, I'm not good enough, I am enough and worthy too. And yeah, that's the self talk. And why did I say that, from self curiosity to authentic growth? So, from the audience that we have here, um, are you doing this? Are you the steps that I have, that we have touched? So, are we noticing our emotions, our thoughts, our actions, and how is it
Correct.
affecting our life?
Mm-hmm.
And if you are noticing that now, when did you, and how was it different from then? So yeah,
Yeah.
and I said here authentic growth because in my story I said, what is my passion? So, and I thought that success, as defined by the society, is, uy, buti pa siya. Buti pa siya, ang
Mhm.
swerte niya. So,
Correct.
things like that. Ang swerte niya, blah, blah, blah. But, is that really what you want?
For your
So,
life.
it's, yes, that's why I said it's authentic, because it should start inside. It's not
Mhm.
just superficial, but it should start outside. And like our the discussion on upskill, the acorn.
Yeah.
So you have this one, the seeds here, and then you growing. And when
Mhm.
you're growing, nobody knows what is happening to you,
That's
especially if
right.
you're just starting. So that's why for me, I'm okay. I'm starting, so I'm just hidden. You're hidden under the soil. Nobody can see
Correct.
you. But
Correct.
yeah, hello, I'm growing. So after
Correct.
a
Correct.
while, then you can
See it.
shoot up some leaves, and you
Mhm.
can become, what is this, cotyledon?
Correct.
No, just
Correct.
kidding. That's biology. you know. And then you'll grow your leaves and your branches and your twigs, and then you will become a mighty oak tree. So yeah,
Correct.
and that summarizes my short presentation for tonight.
All right. Congratulations, Coach
Okay.
Sherry. Okay. Good. 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 Okay. So, okay.
Thank you so much.
Okay, I'd like the landing of your presentations, and I want to recap it. You allow us to journey with you of the typical. When I say typical, is the not so discussed. Okay, when I say typical, these are the typical things that we hide. We don't talk about, right? Because when we talk about
Yeah.
growth, when we talk about curiosity, when we talk about self-discovery, self-encounter, there's a lot of things that we say, I do this, one, two, three. And what you shared, Coach Cherry, are the things that we don't want to talk about because we feel that not a lot of people can connect, nakakahiya, ako lang ba to, pangit to. And congratulations. I mean, not a lot of people
Thank
can do what
you.
you did. That was big. Okay. So if you have, can you do some, show some love for Coach Sherry? Can you just send some inspirations and, yeah, give some fingers in there and do me a favor. If you have your pack your bag moments, your nuggets of wisdom, the things that you've learned from Coach Sherry, if you're watching and you're familiar with the pack your bag moments, hashtag pack your bag moments, share to the world what you have gotten from this woman. All right. So, Coach, that journey is beautiful. I'm really thinking right now, that would really be the best coaching course that you can teach to people. That thing, okay, you've been finding for that. That was good. That was good because we've been talking about the growth of the bamboo. We've been talking about the oak tree,
The
right? So
acorn.
we've
Yeah,
been
yeah.
talking acorn. I think that's where a lot of people is missing to grow and to be authentic and to be vulnerable. Because we always thought that the society dictates something, and if we show up not the typical, we will be displeasing other people. People will reject us. People will not approve of us. And we will be left hanging. But you know what? One thing I learned in life, okay, is that you don't need a crowd. You don't need millions. You don't even need hundreds of people who just tolerate you. If you can have five, three, two, 10 people who celebrates you, they're more than enough. Because that would allow you to grow
Add to
and
that,
grow. Yeah, right, Coach? And eventually you break out of the
yes.
ground and people say you're there. Go ahead, Coach Eddie.
Yeah. I would like to add on that. So, just a while ago, 2 weeks, 1 week ago, I was actually, I did that process of noticing
Good.
my emotion. You know, what was the thought that I was having? So, um, I was attending the mental
Yeah.
wellness by Master Coach A, and I
Mm-hmm.
heard a word, and then I thought, and I felt the sensation. The sensation was like, I felt my chest, my heart like stopping and
You felt bad.
like
There's something in
yeah,
your heart.
yeah, there's a sensation. There's actually a
Yeah, there was a
sensation
trigger in the heart. Yeah.
yes,
Mhm.
and then like something like an elephant dropped
Yeah.
in my chest, and I cannot
Correct.
actually breathe for a while.
Mhm.
And I
Mhm.
was like thinking, why did she say that? Did I do something wrong? Something like that.
Yeah. That's
So what
right.
I did, because I am doing this, I am applying this to myself because I found this out, and if I would not apply it, then it's a waste. So I applied
Correct.
to myself. So okay, I noticed it. So okay, this is what I'm feeling. So
Yeah,
I
correct.
decided, bravely and vulnerably, because it's hard for me to like go to the person and tell the
Yeah.
person that,
This is
hey,
how I felt.
I was
Yeah, this is how
yeah,
I
this is
felt.
what I felt with what you
Yeah.
said. And
Yeah.
then yeah, and then for me, even saying that to the person was like, can I say it? Will I say it?
Absolutely. But
Because
you did.
yeah, she is respected. Why would I say I'm just a nothing person? But I know in my heart that that person will not um uh say something about bad to me. But it's just that I felt bad when she said that. That's why I went and like, it's for my mental sanity. I'm just going to, release this,
Release it. Yeah.
and
Good.
yeah, whatever the outcome, I will accept it. As long
Correct.
it's just that I was brave enough to go to the person and tell this. So yeah.
Mhm. What happened, Coach Sherry? What have you learned? Coach Sherry, if you a
uh,
backgrounder of that, I am the person. So she attended my class. Okay, something happened in the class. She felt something, and it took a while, but eventually Coach Sherry Minas went up and messaged me, and that's what she's sharing with you right now. Okay, so I want to pick up and ask you, Coach Sherry, what have you learned? Number one, that bold action of yours really made you the right person to speak of mental wellness. I'll tell you
wow.
that. You did it right. For those of you, we're all life coaches and things happens in our lives. But to all of you who's watching right now, whatever the conversations I would always have with our fellow coaches, and I would always be kept confidential. So we're able to speak it right now because that's Coach Sherry, because she's the one in charge of this and it's her experience. But it was a very beautiful experience because she was able to come out of that shell. And if you are one person who's suffering or mentally challenged, and I was talking about it with Coach Sherry earlier, the first thing that you have to do is to protect your mental health. It's always be your mental health, all right? So whenever you feel bad and you want to react in a certain manner, the first question you ask yourself is, will this help my mental health or not? For example, Coach Sherry was talking about your reaction and response. And normally you would
Mhm.
react, right? You would do the tantrums, you would do the ranting, you would throw in thoughts and everything, all of that. My question to you is, do you really feel good and great about doing it? Because it might be
No.
just a moment, right, Coach Sherry? It's just a moment of
Yeah.
you releasing it, but
Releasing it.
afterwards, your heart feels bad. And you know, I can feel this.
It's not
I'm
authentic.
it's authentic, right? You feel it. So now when it happens, because you know they would always say shit do happens and it happens to you. You know what? Go to Coach Sherry. She did the best thing. She messaged me and she said it's hard, and I know it's hard. I know it's hard, but she's just set herself free from what is crippling her. And I believe
It's the
you
same with
know what
forgiveness.
happened. Yeah, she's there. Okay,
Yeah.
she's here right now. So, Coach Sherry, what is the biggest lesson you learned from that experience? That was tough, but what was the
Uh
biggest lesson?
yeah. For me, first is that to have the courage. And as I have said, just feel the emotion. And we are humans. We feel
Correct.
emotion. Maybe because of the pain we have in the past, whatever
Correct.
it may be. Yeah, where I'm feeling this emotion. So if I'm not going to respond to it,
What will
I hope
happen
I'm
to me?
using the
Correct.
correct, yes, the correct word. And then what will happen to me? it's affecting me, it's affecting my classes, it's affecting how I'm doing with my work, it's
Mm-hmm.
crippling. So for
Correct, correct.
me, the thing that I've learned from that is being true to yourself first with yourself, because whatever yeah,
Absolutely.
that's coach A. So I know that she loves me, and I know that she did not meant that when she said that. But for me, but during the time I thought it was she meant it to hurt me. But when I realized that it's not, then I was fine. But when you go to other person, it's like forgiving. The process of forgiveness. When you go to other person, they may not accept it how or handle it how Master Coach A handled it. They may get angry or even tell their friends that, what, Cherry? Cherry
Yeah.
was angry because I said this, blah, blah, blah. And you don't know the reaction, but you being um, tough and brave to go to the person and just release it because you know that it's for your good, then that's a win. I
That's a
know.
win.
That's a win, I think, because as we always say, you cannot actually you cannot control other people's reaction,
Absolutely.
other
Absolutely.
people's thoughts. So you cannot actually control that. So what you can control, what you can protect first is your mental health. So yeah,
Yeah, Coach
that's what
Sherry,
I'm
you
learning from that one.
I think there's a lot of people who can connect with you. Okay, we don't have time right now, but Coach Cherry, can you just give them a final message? Let them know where they can get in touch with you. And I know right now you can now firm up your coaching package. I think right now you're ready to do that. You're ready to teach it. You're ready to allow people to journey with you because you've been in a journey. That was a tough journey for Coach Cherry Minas. She would be in the best position to share with you her story because that's her story, but that's a very tough story. That's a very tough moment in her life. That happened a week ago, but she's coming out here right now with all the learnings, with all the, the best part of the experience, and not a lot of people will be able to do it. So, Coach Sherry, would you like to invite them right now to journey with you?
Um, yeah. So first, I would like to invite you to like my page. It's Coach Chair,
Yeah.
because there are, I think, three cherries in our institute. So
Mm-hmm.
I just decided to call myself Coach Chair, and later on I'm going to build a group. It's mostly for
Mm-hmm.
women. Sorry, guys.
Correct.
But yeah,
Yeah.
and yeah, if you would like to know more about how I do the process, or
Yes.
maybe you're doing something that is working for you that is maybe similar or not similar with my process, then we can talk, and yeah, we
Yeah.
can talk
Get
from there.
started. Yeah. Get
Yes,
started with the journey.
yeah, and yeah, for all those people who are here, thank you so much. I appreciate you being here, and thank you so much, Master Coach A, for
Yeah.
inviting me, for yeah,
It's
for
beautiful, Coach.
presenting
I
this with
mean,
me. Thank you.
I think this is really you are absolutely the best person to speak of that. One thing that I believe on is that God is a God of perfect order. God is a God who would always honor our faith and our desire to journey in life in a most authentic way of discovering ourselves. And whatever you have felt and whatever have transpired and you encountered, you come out victoriously. And there's so much you'll learn. And and the way I'm looking at it right now, it just prepared you to be where you are today. It just prepared you and launched you to this discussion, this talk.
Mas
And now
authentic.
you're authentic, and now you're very comfortable. You're very comfortable now talking to me, discussing all of these things. And now you are very comfortable knowing that that process you can teach and you can help other people because you test it by yourself, and you learn to really get out of that comfort zone. And you learn, I would use the term of Master Coach Lakendra, you learn to fight your own demons. Master Coach Lakendra would always say that we have our own demons that we have to
Yes.
fight. All right. And at times, it is these demons that gets the best out of us. And when people, uh, I do this also. I'm a mentally challenged people. Many people would know that. I have a lot of my mental challenges as well. That's why I promote mental health because I know it. So when things happen, okay, people would say shit happens. People would say mess happens. It is common for us to react. But the way I would always respond is this way: will this help me mentally? Will this help me mentally? And if the answer is no, then I will tell myself, you stop right there. Right? Stop right there. It's good to acknowledge that you are in pain. That's what Coach Sherry saying. Yeah, acknowledge you're in pain. Allow it, permit it. I'm hurt. I'm in pain. Yes, I am. But it doesn't mean I am hurting. I am in pain. It's all about the other person. It doesn't mean it's all about the situation. It could be
Mhm.
that something in my heart has been triggered. It could have been that something in my past have been brought to the present. And this time I have an opportunity to make things right and I'm gonna mess it up again simply because I have pain in the past. So how many times we've done that? And not a lot of people are able to recover from that because we just go through all this cycle over and over again. But you know what? The only person who can make it stop is you. That was the invitation of Coach Sherry. And I am one person who's asking you and telling you right now, if you are one person who's suffering, if you are one person who are full of pain, walling up, and your responses are uncontrollable at a certain point in time, and you are deeply suffering, and you always think it's all about other people. Other people speak ill of you, other people rejecting you, other people don't love you, other people don't approve of you, all of these things. I invite you to have a moment with this woman. This week is never the same with her. Like, take a moment, okay? It would be, it would be a great opportunity for you right now after this talk to get in touch with her because she just went through that journey and she come out victoriously. You know, those people who've been through the fire and they survived the fire, it's beautiful. So give yourself a chance to walk through that beautiful journey that she been through. And it was a fiery journey. It was fire. It was hot. It was hard. It was tough. It was difficult. There was a lot of emotions into that. And she can help you walk through that. And even earlier when she was talking, you could hear the baby crying at the back. And how many people would just say, why would I, and all the frantic. But before the start of this show, I told her, just be you. Many years from now, I just want you to remember this day as a day that you have won and you have this victory to be authentically you. And I'm sure this family will love you and you will always remember that there's a group of people who accepts you for who you are. Right, Coach Sherry, thank you so much for being here. Yeah,
Thank you so
you can do that
much.
again. Thank you so much. Okay. To all of you who's watching, to all the coaches supporting, to all our viewers who's been here. If you're watching this on a replay, once again, Coach Chair or Cherry Minas, if you want to message her personally, this is Master Coach A, and I want to leave you with this invitation. Mental health starts with you. I guess I read it from Coach Jade comment. Yes, it starts with you. It's just like anything that you cannot give what you do not have. But with everything happening right now in the world, you can protect yourself from virus, wearing the mask, wearing all getting all the sanitations and all. But if your mental health is suffering, you get all this stress, you get all these nasty things, nasty thoughts and all, that will compromise your immune system. And you are offering yourself, opening yourself to great danger of catching the virus. It's difficult when you are suffering alone. It's difficult when you wall up. It's difficult when you put all the shield. It's difficult when you feel you're just like it's all about you and the burden is so heavy on you and you feel that nobody understands. You know that feeling? Maybe you're just a call away, one phone call away. 0917-586-1661. Just maybe. You have tried everything. You've done everything. You have spoken to a lot of people. Nothing works. Why not try a life coach? Good night, everyone. This is Master Coach A. I'll see you again next Monday for another episode of Coach Connect. This Monday, our guest is gonna be Coach Nilo Inocentes. Good night, everyone. Coach Sherry, maraming
Yes.
salamat, coaches.
Thank you so
Labang
much.
boom! It's
Love
been a great
bamboo.
evening. Labang boom! Marami pong salamat. I'll see you again next Monday. Bye-bye!